Hello, and welcome to a mini course that goes through a paper that students of mine and I wrote back in 2021. We took a group theory approach to trying to figure out, or trying to count basically, the number of partitions for an integer for a given integer via a particular set. So, for example, we use the triangle numbers a lot. We'll use the triangle numbers a lot in this course, or the square numbers. So square numbers are all the numbers that are perfect squares. And we ask them the question, if we had a target number like 17, how many different ways can we sum up the numbers from the set, say the square numbers, to equal 17 if we're allowed to use 3 of those numbers, 4 of those numbers, and so on. So that's essentially a counting problem, or a combinatorics problem, and it's certainly doable, but it also is non-trivial, so it's a fun little problem to pursue. Now, my name is Darren Ulness, and I'm in the chemistry department at Concordia College. I've taught physical chemistry, physics, and neuroscience throughout my over 25 years there. So I've been lucky enough to have many really great students, and also lucky enough to be able to teach many different areas. And that really reflects the way I live out my scientific life, which is which is captured, I guess, in this very famous quote by G.N. Lewis called where he says, "Physical chemistry is everything that's interesting." And of course, you could read that cynically, where the only thing to study is physical chemistry, but I read it very much the opposite, that by studying physical chemistry, it has allowed me to pursue interests in all different areas of science that I find fascinating, and I love to see how it connects back then to the basic ideas of nature. Mathematics is very much an interest of mine, and done some research in just pure mathematics as well. So that's kind of what this is. We thought maybe there would be some connections to physics, but we really haven't pursued that very much. And in fact, this is this paper here, which is called The Group-Theoretical Approach to Partitioning Integers, in the Australia-Asian Journal of Combinatorics. This is kind of a one-off for us. We were studying, and we've done a lot of work with, we were doing a lot of work with centered polygonal numbers, and in there come the triangular numbers. We didn't do much with the square numbers, but we found in that work, we found a paper that I'll show you on the computer here that really inspired this work. And we noticed that if we applied some group theory, we were able to take some of the formulas in that paper and generalize them a little bit. So that's what we're going to do in this course. Now, this is not going to be like a journal club where we read through the paper, although the paper will be available to you. It's totally open access. So Australia Asian Journal of Combinatorics is completely open access. So we'll be there for you to read, but what we're going to do is this will be more just like a set of lectures, and don't have any homework problems, but I think in many cases you just have the opportunity to explore a little bit more of what we talk about in each of these lectures. So it'll be just a quick mini-series, 5 lectures ranging between maybe 13 to 24 minutes each, and hitting some of the major ideas that we needed for the paper. Some of the stuff is not in the paper itself. It's a little more background information as well. Okay, let's head to the computer, and I'll show you where to get all of this. We have a website, and then we'll see where to download the software, and where to get the papers and that other paper I was mentioning. Okay, so here we are in a browser. So if you just type Darren Ulness and search, then it's darrenulness.com. here. And a little buried here, so I'll show you where this is. It's not under teaching, it's actually under learning communities and the GNL project. So that takes us to our GNL project page. And this will be related courses. And again, this site has a lot to be desired, but it does link to where our page is. And that's this. And so here's our page. Based on this paper I was mentioning, so we can get it here or down in the resources. So if we click on this, completely open access, you should be able to get the PDF directly from the journal site. And we see here that this was trying to extend this result of Hirschhorn and Sellers, so it'd be kind of nice to have that paper. That was also in this journal, so back in 2004. And so that's also free for you to grab. And it turns out that equations 7 and 8, really what we're trying to do with this course is understand where 7 and 8 came from and do so in a way that generalizes this. So it doesn't have to just be triangular numbers and doesn't just have to be 3 of them. That's the goal. That was the goal of the paper. I'll come back to this in the last lecture, but we can find the software here, Windows, Mac, or Linux, as necessary. And then it's very basic software to help you explore a little bit. If you really want to get into it and do some exploratory mathematics, a lot of neat patterns here. You can find the code that I used here, that I wrote with certainly a lot of help from ChatGPT. I'm not the greatest Python programmer, but with the ChatGPT, you can really do an awful lot if you know just a little bit. So this is the GitHub site where you can find the code for that. All right, so that is all that you need to get started. So I look forward to seeing you in lecture number 1.